Okay, so we are ready to place our concrete slab floor. And for this one, I have asked you to edit a floor type so that it's the correct size. This project is loaded with a 4-inch concrete slab, and I need a 6-inch concrete slab for this assignment. So I'm on the Architecture tab, I click on Floor, and I get into sketch mode now. So sketch mode is something that happens when we're doing an installation of a system family instead of a component family. So, and we talked about it in class, the difference there is that I need to tell Revit how big the floor is because it's not going to just assume that I want the floor everywhere. So it defaults to use this tool called Pick Walls. So I can go around the edges here, click on the 4 walls, and now I see pink lines there around the outside. Those are going to be the edges of my floor slab. Well, let me back up and take those back out and show you a quicker way to do that. So I'm still using the Pick Walls tool, but now if I hover over one of those walls, and I don't select it yet, I just hover, and then I click the Tab button on my keyboard, notice I get the pre-select highlight on the chain of walls, and now I click my left mouse button, and now I get the 4 pink lines. Not a big deal when you're using just a little rectangular garage, but imagine you're doing a much more complex building. This might save you some time. So my floor type over here defaulted to be floor generic 12-inch. That's not what I want. I click the drop down there, and I see the concrete slab 4-inch, but I want to edit that and make it a 6-inch. So I click on the 4-inch, and the fastest way to get a 6-inch is just to duplicate it, rename it, and change the size. So I click on Edit Type, and I click on Duplicate. So now I'm in my Floor Type Properties editor. So I click on Duplicate. It wants to call it the same thing and just add a 2 to the end of it. Well, that's not what I want to do. I want to have a 4-inch slab available and a 6-inch slab available. So I take off the 2, and then I change the 4 inches to 6 inches and click OK. And notice what happens when I do that. It just changes the name. You can see the default thickness right there above my naming window. That's not going to change. Just because I call it something different doesn't change the size of it. I can call you Bob or I can call you Robert. That doesn't make you a different person. So I click OK. So now it's called a 6-inch slab, but it's still 4 inches thick. So I have to click the Edit Structure button here. And in this one, this is where I can change my slab thickness, change that from 4-inch to 6-inch, click OK. Now it changed on the default thickness, and I can click OK. Now everything is set up correctly, and I can click the green Finish button, and I am good to go. It's blue because it's still selected. If you click in space or click Escape twice, it'll deselect that floor, and now you can see your gray concrete floor with the concrete poche on top of it. Next video, we will add a tile floor to the workshop.